Hello and welcome to BQ Prime. The company in focus today for us is Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. The company is one of the most, it's in a sector which is one of the most interesting sector as of today because as we heard today, the railway minister saying that in FY24, the capex program for railways would be roughly around $29 billion. And one of the companies that's going to be benefiting the most from this capex is Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. The stock has run up a lot in the last 1 year, rising nearly over 300%. In this year alone, it's over 77% higher, outperforming the index and key benchmarks. And joining me today is Rajesh Prasad, who is the Director of Operations at this Navratna Rail Vikas Nigam Limited. Thank you very much, Mr. Prasad, for joining us on BQ Prime. Uh, Sir, being a PSU, we would like to start off with understanding the business model that you have and how this $29 billion of capex, which the railways is planning for FY24, how RVNL will be benefiting from that.
Okay, so thank you very much for inviting to your this particular show. So I will begin with the fact that RVNL is only a 20-year-old company. It is young, vibrant, flexible, and high-performing company, proven track record, and we also call it a blue chip infra company. So we are basically involved as a capex arm of Government of India Ministry of Railways, and subsequently after the listing, the ministry and the Government of India also want to spread our wings. So now we are executing not limited to the railway infrastructures, but all kinds of infrastructures, and not limited to India, but overseas also. So if you see let us start with the performance in the last 10 years. We have been rated excellent by Government of India Department of Public Enterprises. And if you see the performance of this particular company last 5 years, it is #1 PSU in the country. And you have correctly mentioned that we have graduated to Navratna. It happened only last month only. And we have been rated AAA and with outlook stable. And we have started executing the first overseas projects. And if you see the ratings made by the various magazines, whether it is Fortune 500 or ET Top 500, everywhere we have been placed before less than 100. Now, if you see the performance of this particular company, it has got a CAGR of more than 27%. And continuously, it has been growing the top line as well as the bottom line. Last financial, we had a turnover of more than 20,000 crores. For the first time, we touched that mark. We had a PAT of I'm talking about the standalone, it was more than 1250 crores. And for the first time, we had crossed the 1,000 kilometer of commissioning in last FY. And this FY 22-23, again, it surpassed the previous record. So it is gaining momentum. And we are in the market for the last 1 year and 9 months. And if you see the performance during the last 1 year or so, we have commissioned the special purpose vehicle. We have got another model of forming the basically SPVs, special purpose vehicles. We have commissioned 5 number of special such vehicles. And we have got basically we have got a basket of the projects which have been assigned by Ministry of Railways. Then projects through the basically which we have formed SPV, that is also coming to the end. And then we are getting the dividends from these SPVs, and then some of the deposit works. And now we are in the market through bidding. So the model, basically you wanted to know what exactly is the model. So we have got a mix of all those 4 models. And if you see the order book, we have got an order book of around 57,000 crores, out of which 57,000 crores plus, out of that 36,000 crores is on nomination basis. And the remaining is through the bidding. Majority of them is through bidding. And we are basically eyeing for the metro segments, the typical railway infrastructures, the tunnels, the mega bridges, overseas projects. And we have started executing projects even in the irrigation department. And 2 days back, we had received 2 orders from MPPK, VVL, that is the Madhya Pradesh Purva Kshetra Vidyut Vitran Company, Jabalpur. And metro segment is a preferred segment, and recently we got order of more than 3,000 crores in Chennai Metro for 3 underground packages, where the 16 metro stations are required to be constructed. So one of the features of this company is that we are highly flexible. It has got efficiency of a private sector and trustworthiness and the authority of a public sector. This makes a company very unique to move forward. And it is only because of this reason that the progression which we have made is unique. And even during the pandemic, this company performed exceedingly well. We broke all the records during that time also, and that record breaking is continuing. And since we have executing the other than railway infrastructures overseas, so there is a very common tagline for this particular company that we have moved from the local rail infra to global all infra. We have got pan-India presence, and we are involved in the complete project life cycle, starting from the concept, design, the estimation, the tendering, then execution, then validation, then the defect liability period, and then handing over back for the operations. So Ministry of Railway had assigned 180 odd projects, and we have already commissioned and handed over more than 140 projects. So we are contributing in big manner. The SPV model is again one of the most successful model, where we have formed 5 number of special purpose vehicles which have been commissioned, and basically without any additional investment by the Government of India and Ministry of Railways, it has faced a revenue to the extent of 1 lakh crores. So you can understand basically the kind of contribution which we are making in creation of rail infrastructures in the country.
Mr. Prasad, coming to you spoke about the business, how it is. I understand that it's an asset-light model that you work on. So how do you recognize your revenues? Because if it's an asset-light model, for various projects, whether it's state projects or for national projects or international projects, is it a percentage of revenues or a percentage of cost of a project that comes accrues to you as a revenue?
If you see the model, I have already tried to explain the various models based on which we are executing. And if you want to know the margins, then I can say that basically the parameter which we monitor is the gross margin upon the turnover, and it is normally fixed at 5.8%, 5.77, 5.8%. And with the projects now we are getting through the bidding, so the margins are likely to get shifted, and we are allocating certain risk factor on this. And the idea behind this is that the project, when we bid from the market, it is a competitive bid. The market is very, very competitive, but we are technically very sound and we are capable, and that is why we are trying to do a lot of value additions in the project implementation. So if you see, and the other thing which you asked initially is about the capex. Yes, you are right. These railway infrastructures are very complicated and complex. And if you see the performance of this particular company, we have been executing around 30% of all the railway infrastructures in the country. So again, I'm telling you that we have been contributing in big manner for creation of rail infrastructures. In time to come, you will see that we are involved in creation of some complicated projects like the Karnaprayag Rishikesh project or the Pamban projects in the Rameshwaram, in the basically Mandapam Rameshwaram, first vertical bridge of its kind. Then the Karnaprayag Rishikesh, which is a highly technical and challenging project. So we are involved in all such kind of projects, and metro segment is one segment where we are eyeing to enter into some more cities. Presently, we are executing in 6 to 7 cities. So I would like to conclude with the fact that we have got sufficient orders. We are in the market. We are bidding. We are trying to get the orders from the market, and not limited to the Indian railway infrastructures, but all kinds of infrastructures, and not limited to India, but all overseas also. So one of the segments where we are eyeing is the railway infrastructures overseas, African countries, and then the neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, even the Maldives we are eyeing. And so we have got a huge business plan and vision plan for moving forward. And again, I can assure the viewers of your esteemed platform that this company is growing. It has got a proven track record, and in time to come, you can see that this particular company has been growing. And in FY 22-23, you have mentioned about the market appreciations. Yes, you are right. When the FY 22-23 saw the slide down of the Sensex, BSE 500, BSE Infra, this market price, basically market appreciation, was more than 100%. It was one of the first 10 stocks of the country. And in time to come again, you can see that a lot of orders are flowing, and we are showing our competence by implementing and contributing the Indian railway infrastructures and the other kind of infrastructures in the country in big manner.
How does this entire order flow change? Because currently you are given orders on a nomination basis from the Indian Railways. There is some talk about that the railways or the government may look at bidding process for all the big capex program they are coming in. Will that change the way you will be getting orders going forward? How should the street look at it? And is there enough appetite? Or enough on the plate for everyone to have orders in this from the railways?
See, this particular company was formed. This was the vision of the then Honorable Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Bharat Ratna Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee. And the idea behind this, the formation of this company, was that we will be the executing arms. So the government of India decided that the nomination work will not be there, and we will have to compete with the market. We 2 years back, we had not participated in any of the bid, but all of a sudden then we decided that let us go to the market and let us prove our competency. And I'm happy to inform that the first 2 tenders were from the Indore Metro, and that particular project is now coming to the end, and then we are delivering at a really very fast pace. And in September, some of the stretch is going to have the trials, and that is going to be the first fastest metro in the country. So what I want to tell you is that it is altogether a new kind of experience that we are in the market, and we have opened a business development cell. We have strengthened the design cell. We are now in the process of doing the procurement. We have opened the procurement cell. So we are aware about all these kind of complications and the basically intricacies of a project management, and we have been successful. So coming back to your question, yes, we have to compete for even the railway infrastructures, and we are ready for that. We are mentally prepared for that. And see, after all, it is a government PSU, and if you can appreciate that within a period of 2 years, less than 2 years, we have changed our model and we have been successful. We have been growing. Our turnover, the margins, everything is going up. So this is a big boost to the company, and we have got a proven track record. And in time to come, you can see that this particular company is growing further upward and onward.
So nomination versus bidding ratio, if you look at, is coming to around 80-20 ratio as of now, if I'm not wrong.
These statistics do not matter much, because we have.
How do you see bidding as part of your order book going forward?
So yes, let us be very clear that 57,000 crores plus is the order book as on date. 36,000 crores is on the nomination basis, and 21,000 crores is through the bidding. So the bidding is now basically constituting a major part. And in time to come, we have got a plan. We have got a very ambitious plan of 75,000 crores plus order book in next 1 year time. So let us see. And the strike rate has been more than 20%. So whatever bids we are participating, we are getting at the rate of 20% plus. So in time to come, you can see this ratio getting changed. That is the nomination with respect to the projects which we are getting on the bidding front.
How does your revenue also grow from your outlook? Because I read in one of your analyst calls that you are targeting 3x order book, 3x of revenue as an order book at any given point in time. So how does that move?
Okay, fine. So I have understood the question. So what you are saying is that suppose we are targeting a revenue of 22,000 crores, we should have an order book of 66,000 crores. Presently, we are having an order book of 57,000 crores, and we have got a very ambitious plan of having the order book of 75,000 crores to 1 lakh crores. So we should be able to achieve down the line after 1 year. You will see that yes, we are having this kind of order book. And we have got the competency, we have changed the model, and in a government company it is not that easy, and we have molded ourselves, and we say that we are highly flexible, we are efficient, and we are diversifying, and we are a vibrant young company. So you can understand that this particular company is different than other PSUs and the private sectors, and we have got a very good vision to move forward and move onward.
How about the mix between domestic orders and the foreign orders?
See, we are eyeing to basically all kinds of infrastructures, especially railway infrastructures, which are the LOC projects in the neighboring countries. So there is a clear-cut guidelines by the government of India where we can participate. This is number one. Then we have also got some of the projects overseas. Some of the projects we have started executing. That is why we say that from local rail infra to global all infra. And in time to come, you can see that we are also having a large number of overseas projects. So we have already started executing, for example, Maldives project, we have started executing the project. So in time to come, you will see that there are so many things which are there in the pipeline. Some discussion is going on for some projects in Sri Lanka. We have participated in bids in Sri Lanka, in Nepal. We are going to participate in some of the LOC projects in Bangladesh. So things are moving forward, and we are having very positive outlook about this.
Sir, my understanding is that you have also got into management consultancy, and that's a business which is a very high margin business. How do you see that business growing from here on, and what kind of margins are we looking at?
Experimental sake, we participated and we got 3 consultancy projects in the northeastern region, and I'm very happy to say that the margins in those consultancy projects is quite high compared to the projects which we are executing, and we are looking forward to basically bid for more consultancy businesses in time to come. We'll see, let us see, but yes, we have got those things in our mind, and we have already started executing in those lines, and first 3 contracts we got from the NHIDCL in the northeastern region, and those projects are moving very well, and the margin is quite high. I don't have the figures, but I can tell you that with respect to the project execution, the margin may be more than 2 times.
Okay. Give me a sense of how your overseas projects and the execution or order book is going to look like going forward, because you are setting up companies, you are going into the SPV model for setting up companies in the global markets as well, where you've said whether it's in LOC or is it in African countries or in Asia Pac, where you are looking at joint ventures or consortiums.
Very clear that in time to come we are going to have large number of projects overseas also, and until unless we get the LOA, until unless we are declared that we are the preferred proponent, we cannot tell. But I can tell you that we are participating, and we are going to participate in large number of tenders in time to come.
Is there a number that you have, a outlook that you have with respect to what portion of your order book will be from exports?
See, I cannot tell you like this because it is basically a kind of competition. But yes, our vision is there. We want to have the overseas presence, and we are working on this. We are participating in this. We are having the different level meetings, and what happens, and wherever it happens, we will have to disclose it. We are listed company, and we are governed by LODR, so everything will be there in the public domain. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining us today. Thank you.